All right, we're live out here, and I'm Chris Rastelli. I run the guitarshortcut.com, which is a way for you to get better at guitar faster if you're a brand new beginner, if you just started, and if you want to start learning guitar, And here you go. I'm here, and I'm going to answer some questions. So if you have any questions guitar related, just let me know. I guess we're live, and so yeah, I'm going to start with a little tip right here. So here's a tip if you are just brand new to guitar and you don't know anything about guitar, right? So what do you do? What you would do is what I recommend doing, and I tell this to my students after teaching lots and lots of lessons. I teach little kids. So, it's kind of hard to make them learn guitar, especially since it hurts their fingers. So here's the easier way to get started with guitar. Okay, so what you would do is instead of tuning the regular tuning E, A, D, G, B, and high E, you would tune to something they call drop D tuning. Okay, if you listen to this online, you'll learn the term drop D, which is like the song. Lots of songs are tuned to drop D, like Everlong and stuff like that. So really, it's a really cool tuning, but what it does is that it allows you to actually start playing with just one finger instead of like having to learn chords. Maybe if you've been like practicing for a long time and like your chords are not coming together, you're not able to switch in between them. What you can do is you can start playing right here and start playing cool stuff like that. So you can start playing along with songs that you love with just one finger. And then kind of go through. Okay, so that's kind of like a little tip for the beginners out there. Like if you're just brand new to guitar and you're still struggling to learn chords and you've tried to learn chords but they're not coming together, then that's something you might want to try, Now, what about a tip for like more intermediate players? Maybe not the beginners, right? Like not the people who are just starting out, but what about a tip like for somebody, okay, I know my chords, I know how to switch in between them, but they don't sound quite too good. And maybe I only know open chords, right? Maybe you're playing acoustic guitar and you're like, and you're playing chords like this. And maybe like you're kind of bored of it and you're like, how do I spice it up a little bit? So instead of just playing chords, what you can do, you can start like arpeggiating it, right? So like using your right hand to play multiple notes like this. By the way, if you have any questions or anything like this is why I'm here. Just drop your question down below so I can answer your question. That's the whole point of this. So if you want to drop your questions, maybe am I able to even see the questions here? I don't think anybody has asked a question yet. So if you have a question about your guitar playing, my name is Chris Rastelli. I teach guitar for a living. I've done this for years and years, like almost 10 years now. And I've taught lots of little kids. I've taught adults, lots of people. So if you have questions about guitar playing and you want to learn guitar, just drop them down and I'll do my best to welcome to chat. I don't even know if there's a chat. So if you have a question, just drop it down below. I don't even know where the questions are. But anyway, just drop it and I think it'll pop up on the screen. So anyway, so if you're like more advanced and you already know your chords, maybe you're struggling with switching them fast enough. And what you want to do to fix that is this, right? You want to just think about like, how can you measure how fast you can play chords, right? Just like anything, if you track it, it's gonna actually, happen. So right here, for example, you'd count till 4 and you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you count till 4 and then switch the chords and try to do this on the beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It gives you a timeline of how fast you're able to switch. And once you know how fast you're able to switch, you can increase that. And I know now everybody's going to leave the live stream because I'm going to pull out the metronome. And you're all going to be like, no, I hate the metronome. Please don't do this to us. I know, like everybody just dropped off and just left. No, we got 2 people left here. But if you go and start with like that metronome right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and switch like that, then it tells you, are you even able to do that like right now? Maybe like just pick up your guitar and do it along. This is 100 BPM, right? And every 4 beats, 2, 3, 4, you can just switch like that and see like, are you able to do a G to the C like this? If yes, that's great. Then you can just increase that. And then you can go all the way up to 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And you can do this really cool thing with the metronome that you can actually go over here when there's these automator sessions that make it so you can go faster in speed automatically, so you can add 1 BPM at a time. So that's really cool, a really cool way to practice. Anyway, that's for like more intermediate players. Now what about like a tip for like more advanced players? You know, people who already know their scales, you know, they've been practicing and they just know like the, you know, the basic pentatonic scale, right? They know all 5 shapes of the pentatonic. Well, do you know all 5 shapes of the pentatonic? That's the question. Because really, if you only know 1 shape of the pentatonic, you're pretty much like, you know, limited to what you can do. If you really want to go up and down the neck and just be able to, you know, just go up and down the neck freely, what you need to do is just have all of the pentatonics down. Or at least that's the start, you know, like you need to at least have that down, right? You know, but so what are those 5 shapes? It's kind of goes like this. I'm going to show you all of them like all at once, fast. And then if you know them, great, you can just play along. So it goes like this. This is the first one. And I'm doing this in the key of F minor, by the way. And then we got the next one right here. The reason why we're doing this in the key of F minor is because it allows us to go up and down the neck easily without struggling so much. And then we can have a good layout of each shape. And then we can learn all of these shapes right here. Can I play Ed Sheeran? Well, I guess I could play Ed Sheeran. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's perfect. Perfect is pretty cool. You can just do it with G, E minor, and then C, and then D. Right? So you can go G like this. Do you play guitar? Are you trying to learn guitar too? And you can use these like chords? Yeah, cool, awesome. All right, pick up your guitar. Let's play Ed Sheeran together. So do you know that song Perfect? It's like, you know, I found a love. Forgive my singing. For me. You know? Darling, just dive right in. Super easy. Follow my lead. You know, and you don't have to even sound good when you sing, but just like have fun and do it for fun, you know? So it goes G like this. Do you already know the G chord? We get this right here. And then we go to the E minor chord. And then we got the C chord. And then we got the D chord. And depending on if you have chords down or not, you could actually do this with open chords, or you could do it the easy way and drop D and find it right here. Kind of like this, just with all these frets. So you'd start on the 5th fret, and then you'd go down to the 2nd fret, and then go right here to the 10th, and then 12. So I found a love for me, darling, just dive right in, follow my lead, right? And just like that with one finger, or like just, you know, you can just go up and down and start playing without even having to learn open chords, which is pretty cool. But anyway, if you want to learn guitar like an actual serious guitar player though, then you're gonna have to learn open chords, which sucks. I'm sorry for you. But once you learn them, you can play tons of songs, and it's great. So we got the G chord right here. We got the E minor, then the C chord, and then the D chord. And the trick is to switch in between them fast enough until we can actually strum. Now, there's a weird thing about this song, right, which is Ed Sheeran, and it's like perfect. It's in 6/4. Okay, so 6/4 is, or like 6/8 sometimes, however you want to think about it, is when you count till 6. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not normal 4/4. It's like 6/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By the way, if you guys have any questions or anything, just drop them down below and I can answer. What are you struggling with on guitar right now? Are you learning guitar? What are you learning? What's your what are the songs you've been learning, guys? Just let me know in the comments. I can try to break down a song for you, maybe if I know it. More Ed Sheeran. Let's think about it. What do I have? You know, it's so funny. I used to know like all these songs, but you could do an easy version, Old Phone or something. Actually, I broke down Old Phone for a student the other day. Let me bring it up. Here you go, Old Phone, perfect. All right, so I broke it down for her, and the chords were, I think the capo is on the 3rd fret. So if you have a capo, put the capo, you put it on 1, 2, 3 over here on the 3rd fret. And then you'd have to have the chords right here. So, but right now we're gonna do it without the capo. So it goes G, and the string pattern is gonna be down, 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 down. Kind of like that. It's pretty fast, from what I remember. D, and then C, and then G. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Right, kind of like that. So it's G right here. And then you go to the D, and then you got that C, add 9 basically. So it's kind of like a C chord, but what you would do, you would just switch it a little bit like that and put that 3rd finger right here on the B string, on the 3rd fret of the B string. And you play it like that, it sounds really pretty. And then back to that, right? Are you trying to sing along with it too? Because, I mean, Ed Sheeran songs, it's cool to kind of like sing along with it. So then it sounds nice. And then there's the chorus on that part that goes E minor. This is like Old Phone by Ed Sheeran, by the way, if you're here. And then it goes C add 9. And then G. And then D. It's all like basically like the Wonderwall chords. If you ever like know that song like from the 90s, you know. Oh. Different chord right there. Anyway, yeah. yeah, lots of like just 4 chord kind of things, you know. It's pretty cool. So you guys been playing guitar for a while right here? What are you into? Like, what are you like listening to lately? Do you have like any songs you've been trying to learn? Do you have any questions? Do you have like a routine or something? Like, do you have a guitar routine? Do you even have one? Because sometimes we don't have a routine. And like there's no reason why we don't have it. We just don't have a routine. But a routine really helps. You know, sometimes it's kind of nice, but it depends on what your goals are. You know, what are your goals on the guitar right now? What are you trying to achieve? And if you can figure that out, then you can make a plan. So yeah, if you have any questions or anything, just let me know right here. Drop a question here. You know, I'm a guitar teacher. I've taught like lots of kids. I've taught lots of, you know, adults and older people as well. Like, so, and I try to help the best I can. So if you have a question, just drop it down below and I'll try to break it down for you, you know. Now, if you want like really good finger dexterity and if you want to be able to play anything that you want easily, then the #1 exercise that I do recommend is the finger tamer, okay? And it kind of goes like this. You start with your fingers right here. You put it on the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the high E string, and then you're gonna go right here, and then you're gonna play it right here. So, just like this. And you go back and forth and you use alternate picking. So now this is a boring exercise, okay? It's really a boring exercise. But it really does a big difference, you know, and it makes it a lot easier for you to actually start playing things, and especially start playing the guitar. You know, if you want to play guitar solos or anything like that, that helps a lot. You know, sit down, put this on, and go through. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then what you can do, you can progress and go like this. Where you like actually put 2 of them together. And then you can go through like this. And the reason why this works so well is because like this really goes through all of the motions that you need when you play actual guitar solos, you know? Like it's 90% of guitar solos are just this. But you just need to know where the good notes are, right? But if you have the dexterity, you can just kind of play, you know, and you're not going to be like, you know, David Gilmour, you know, awesome, but it's going to help at least, you know, your solos are going to sound a little better and you can play at the local bar, you know. So anyway, this is why you want to practice this exercise, and it goes through all of it, like the 1st and 2nd finger, the 1st and 3rd, and 1st and 4th. It's the finger tamer. And you want to go like this and see how fast you can do it. And it's good to be able to do it like this, but now everybody's going to drop off because I'm going to bring in the metronome here again. And so really the goal here is to reach like a point where you can do that pretty fast, right? So for example, maybe I'll put this at 300 BPM right now. This is not super fast, but you can do it. And you see, since we're playing on top of the metronome, it forces us to stay on beat. And when we play lead guitar, it's kind of important to stay on beat. So this helps. Now we can move this up all the way like to 400 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. And being able to do this really helps with lead guitar. Anyway, enough preaching about the finger tamers here because now I'm rambling like an old man. I guess, or maybe I don't know. Maybe we're all rambling. So anyway, right here, this is what I got so far. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll see if I can help you. But if not, I'm gonna hop off. That was a good 20 minutes. So yeah, just come back next time, ask your questions, and I'll help you out, and then you can get better at guitar, which is the whole point. So thank you for being here and just hanging out, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.